I feel very accomplished right now. So, I believe it was last week or so, we went to Home Depot. We got wood that we had measured to replace the missing shelf within this bookcase. Spare wood sitting right over there. We got one that's going to match the same length, and then two others that are shorter. All right. With this shelf in place, I was able to move some things around, pulled enough of the books that could actually fit in the bottom of this shelf. Just had to have it pulled away from the wall just a little bit to be able to tuck them all in, all except for this one. But it's not worth fighting about. So, we also got some securing brackets. Here's one right here. So you can see this poor shelf has been through some things, so it's starting to kind of come apart at the seams. So a few of those support ones, and then that one there, that helps keep it tacked to the wall. Now I'm able to pull out this shelf, this shelf, this shelf, and this shelf. This all has my husband's action figures and collectibles. Up top is mine. This spot is reserved actually for some graduation memorabilia. My creative writing award and my graduation glass from the year 2002. And then these books. So from here to here is mine. And then from here to here is his. This is just a cool stick I found the other day. So, up top, I have a custom My Little Pony and My Little Pony Baby that is sitting with one of the Bird of Paradise characters. I can't remember. Anyway, those two ponies came from a collecting group I was in. And unfortunately, COVID really killed us having meetings, and we haven't met up in a couple years, and we kind of don't now. But the mother pony, that one came first. The baby one was the following year. I was really hoping we would get a daddy made, but I would have to contact that member specifically, personally, to do that. Next to it, I have my Lego Dreams set. This is the first Lego set that I actually own. And it just happened to be the Nightmare Pegasus with a glider, which is in the shape of a bird. I prefer that one over the butterfly. And unfortunately, the horse is not very articulate and the wings pop off very easily, so that is mostly just for show. And then I have my Harry Potter sets. So all of these I was actually gifted. So I have the Potions classroom book. I have the Thestral Carriage. I have the Ford Anglia. And then I have the little Forbidden Forest set that came with Buckbeak and a baby Thestral. So that means I now have two, because one came with this set. Another one came with the Thestral Carriage. So we have Harry and Luna from 5th year, and then we have Ron and Harry from 2nd year. And the suitcase is in the trunk, but Scabbers is actually in a little box with some other animals of mine. But owls, bats, Cornish pixies, and the hippogriff and thestrals are all here. Oh yes, and the spiders. I decided to take the glow-in-the-dark lanterns and put them on the carriage. So, my husband's big into Yu-Gi-Oh! We found this dragon at the flea market a few years back. He was absolutely over the moon for it. And here's his little Predator. He's got a couple Iron Man figures, One Piece figures, characters I don't recognize. I'm not into as much anime. Then there's Spider-Man. There's cute little Chopper. That little bug thing, it was actually a gift from a friend who actually traveled out of country and got that. So the whole damn box was in Japanese. That is the Storm King from My Little Pony. I actually also have. We bought a second one. I wanted it for the staff, so I cut it off of the hand and kept the lightning. Then the spare Storm King with the little hedgehog eye we gave to our daughter. So this one is my husband's, and then I have the staff, and then my daughter has the other one. Then there's a little tiny Nico Robin, and then this little goblin thing. Now, I did pick out the owlbear for my husband. I do love D&D. So I was like, babe, you need this. Some characters from Destiny, from He-Man. I got him the Bowser because I got the little Princess Peach that was also in the bag, and these are metal. The Transformers, some rainbow ball thing with a weird shaped head character. I don't know what that is. I also got him the little green Power Ranger, and then there's this guy that's covered in blood. I know, I'm just so descriptive. Now, over here is my Nightmare Moon and two characters from the show Princess Guinevere and the Jewel Riders. And I used to have them all in the other shelf over here. Nightmare Moon fit in, and then the two other characters. But I changed up how things are displayed. And so all the Funko Pops are in this cabinet. My husband's are up top, mine are all on the shelves, and then the two LOLs. Because frankly, look, their heads are the same size, pretty much. But I just have these two. I'm not really going to be getting any more LOLs. This is my original shadow box. This came from my mother, and I always change out what's in there. This just happens to be all Princess Peach, but I do have two taller, bigger action figures. And then that is the holographic cover to a puzzle that I did put together. I just need to glue together. But I put this on canvas. So we have a coin, a heart, some jewels, and a little toad. This is my newest figure. I was like, oh, she's got a different hand placement because we have hands down, hands together. And then we have this one with the car is the one that came with Bowser. This is a Happy Meal toy. I love the 8-bit one. And then this one from the movie. I got two others. And then these are also all mine. Of course, my husband's name. And I recently got that little guy at Five Below. I was aiming for Maleficent, but Jafar will do too. And then here's a shelf that has all these cute little bottles and stuff, and I decided I'll put my little namesake figure there. Alright, and then this mostly has Harry Potter. We've got a little bit of Court and Thorn of Roses. This side's got Harry Potter books, a fan fiction, his biography, the one. And then over here, I've just got a couple other books, but I did pick out this crystal one because that obviously is prevalent with writing and fantasy and all that stuff. The bookends, I mean, look at how perfectly sized. When we set this on the table, I didn't realize how close it would be, but it just perfect. And I'm just like, yeah, that'll do. I like that. Those glass bookends were my birthday gift last year. And then I've got Hermione and a little Thestral. Also, a whole bunch of novellas, which I am still missing books. And mostly the books I know I'm missing are some mangas, and it's driving me nuts that I have not been able to find the box where they are in. Are you No, we do not chew on the action figures. Oh my gosh. Yeah. This is more action figures and stuff. That shelf is going to go on that wall. They're going to go on there. And then you, little man, are not going to be chewing on my stuff no more. Did you knock over my inhaler too, you little son of a gun? You're pushing it with me today, young man. You really are. You just, all the buttons. All the buttons. All right, since Hagrid is my large Funko with a backdrop, and then I have Harry and Hermione, I decided to put them over here. There wasn't enough room to have them in the shelf with all the others. Plus, it works perfectly. That's a little tiki statue and this fill in the gap. So it's all coming together. This shelf, once we take this box out, I'm actually going to move some of the works that are down here in the bottom up, and then take the binders and other big books and put those in. No, okay. These are just going to have to go in the box. Stop being a bad boy. And then this section is already reserved, and then this is just a placeholder for now. And then that'll probably go up top with the other glass dome that we have, and we're going to hang that chandelier from that beam up there. I'm going to move the fan on the lamp. But for now, it is what it is. The house is not yet complete, obviously, and but it's getting organized, okay? It's like, here's my desk. There's my coffin, okay? So there's already some things that are just stacked up. Things are nice and neat. We have this. We have the shelf. There's boxes in it. There's things like that. Okay? It's just because I don't have a third room where I can cram all this stuff to hide it and make it all look pretty. And then, but at least when you walk in, you have at least this pleasing wall to draw your eye. And half done is good enough for me. So anyway, just thought I would share that because I'm really happy with how this turned out. Last night I actually just finished putting together the Ford Anglia and the Thestral carriage because they had to get broken down and put into sandwich baggies in order to be crammed into the box. So at least I had my booklets. Thank God for that. Alrighty, I'm signing off. Just wanted to share. Thanks for watching.